Hey everybody, this is one of my favorite topics of discussion. It's all about nutrition. I'm rolling up my sleeves for this because I want to give you guys some foods and some food ideas that will really nourish our skin and our hair. And I've got some good stuff for you all, so let's get into it. So as a producer and host of a culinary series between the Mediterranean, Greece, specifically Greece and Cyprus and Canada, I have learned so much over the 8 seasons that I'm doing the show. And because I'm a beauty enthusiast, it's just like videos like this where I can really combine my knowledge and share it with everybody who can't watch the series. And so I am so happy to do that. So the first food I want to talk about are lentils because they are a protein and iron powerhouse. So lentils, a staple in the Mediterranean diet. Now, when I filmed all over Greece, but specifically on places like Crete Island, which is very similar to the longevity in Ikaria, which is a blue zone in the world. Blue zones in the world are regions where people have great longevity. You see, an average elderly person could be 85, 95, or even 100 years old, and a staple in their diet is lentils. And I remember interviewing a chef on one of the islands once, and he said to me, you know what, if I could eat shampoo, I would make it out of lentils because lentils are packed with protein, iron, and folate, which are all incredible for strong hair and resilient skin. Now, lentils are also great because those of you who are vegan and just don't want to eat meat, it's such a great alternative. And my favorite way of having lentils would probably be in something called faki. That's a Greek food, and I will have the recipe and just the info in the description box below. It's like a lentil soup, and it's actually amazing. But again, you can have lentil in so many different ways. I'm just referring to faki because it's one of my absolute favorites. And don't forget, if you don't want to have like one specific soup or bowl of lentils, it's really easy to add into any meal, specifically your salads, and your hair and your skin will definitely thank you. Number 2 are foods that contain vitamin C because this is incredible for collagen support. Vitamin C, very notoriously, we can find in oranges and lemons, but did you know you can find it in some more exotic fruits like papaya? Papaya is very rich in vitamin C, and that actually boosts your collagen and skin elasticity, which is why we get this beautiful plump skin and you get that beautiful glow as well. So if you can, I would definitely add some papaya, and I'm also going to have some other alternatives on the screen here in case you're allergic or you just don't like the taste. But remember, these fruits that have vitamin C are incredible for elasticity in the skin and our hair. We're staying hydrated and we're glowing. Number 3 are pumpkin seeds. I've talked about this a lot on my channel because they are DHT blockers. And again, DHT is something that is converted from sebum. So our scalp naturally has sebum, that's that oil, and that, when it gets in excess, converts into DHT, which is why we need to wash out our hair as soon as there's oil in it, because DHT will actually cause hair miniaturization, and that'll actually induce hair shedding. So I'm going to also list some other foods here in this category that are DHT blockers. And the reason I love pumpkin seeds is because there's really no reason not to like them because there's not much of a taste to them. And you can add them in all sorts of different meals and foods. My favorite thing is just when I'm having a salad to add as much of these vitamins into that salad as possible. Pumpkin seeds contain zinc, which is amazing for our growth and our balance. And they can also help us reduce our stress levels because you know when you're stressed, you'll notice that your hair does not maybe look as good. Maybe you're shedding a little bit more or you tend to get more breakouts. So once again, these foods like pumpkin seeds, which are DHT blockers, and these other foods here, what they're going to do is really lower our stress hormones. So try and add them in meals as much as you can. Number 4, fermented foods. Fermented foods are amazing for our gut health, and they will help us with that glow. I personally love Greek yogurt. Make sure that whenever you're buying yogurt that it doesn't have added sugars. I actually visited a notorious yogurt maker called Cheruvim on the Greek island of Aegina. That is the nut capital of the world where they make the most amazing pistachio everything. They are known for their pistachios. But on that island, there was also a cultivator of yogurt and different products. I actually went to the factory. You can see me here with my hairnet and everything, and he taught me all about how they make Greek yogurt. So just make sure that you're getting good quality Greek yogurt that doesn't have the added sugars. And remember that you can also, if you don't want that dairy, you can also have some sauerkraut. But these fermented foods are incredible for our gut health, and from there everything begins. Remember, it begins from the inside out. So if you have a healthy gut, you are going to have a much more beautiful glow here and here. And number 5 is something that I actually have never worked with on my show, but I have learned this from chefs and nutritionists. It is seaweed, and seaweed can actually be quite magical for our hair and our skin health. It's really a beauty food because it's rich in iodine, in iron, in trace minerals that nourish your thyroid. And this is imperative because this is a gland that directly affects our beauty. It affects our hair growth and balance and also our skin texture. And so remember, for consuming seaweed, you can have it in a salad, or you can have it in a soup, or you can be really creative with it. And then of course, add your own spices. Okay, so here's your bonus. It's oregano. You want to add a herb onto anything and everything. I add oregano literally into everything I eat. Oregano is a powerhouse. It is a powerful antioxidant. And I learned so much about this from the holistic practitioner who lives on Crete Island in a little village called Krica on top of a mountain. He's more than a national treasure to me. He's like a global treasure. He's incredibly knowledgeable. And the one thing I had to ask him the most about was oregano. And he shares his love for oregano, of course. Oregano has very strong phenolic compounds. These phenolic compounds help neutralize free radicals and reduce oxidative stress in our body. And oxidative stress occurs when our cells are unbalanced. Oregano helps us with our skin health. It helps us slow down visible signs of aging. It protects us from external environmental damage. And here's your fun fact. If you get good Greek oregano, it actually contains 4 times the amount of antioxidants that you would get in blueberries. The key here is get the original stuff. I always buy it when I'm in Greece, but you can always find it distributed in different places around the world. Do not get a knockoff here. You want to get the real stuff. So when we talk about phenolic compounds, of course, coming from the Greek word phenolis, think about these as your body's antioxidant defense system. That's why it is so imperative that we buy amazing, good olive oil. In sidebar here, please make sure you're buying good extra virgin olive oil. And I didn't put it in this list because I think it deserves its own video. I have done short videos on this. And again, I've been speaking to olive oil experts for over 8 years. How can I say this? I have seen so many videos online where the information is just, it's not true. It's presented as fact, and it's probably an opinion or maybe even sponsorship. But I can tell you this, that olive oil, good olive oil, has very strong characteristics, and try to make sure that you are getting olive oil that has the right color, the right smell, the right taste, the right bottling, because it's harvested in a certain way, and all of those attributes matter. And please don't be fooled by mixed olive oil, because that has become a fad. When you take a little bit of a good quality olive oil and then you mix it in with something that's not so good, the color and the smell may seem legitimate. So here is the bottom line to that check out where it was created, where it was harvested, and small producers, I am going to vouch for them. I find, in my personal opinion, they make the best olive oil. And when I interviewed an olive oil expert who had a degree in olive oil, this is his university degree. It was in olive oil on Crete Island, an expert there. I'll insert a clip here of me speaking to Dimitri. He told me that there's so much fake product out there that you should always go back to the basics, because now they can mimic smell and taste and color. What you need to do is look where it was produced. Small producers, well harvested in glass bottles. So there you have it, everybody. A few foods and food ideas that can really feed our beauty. And the best part is you actually don't need any fancy supplements. You just need a little bit of creativity in the kitchen. If you have questions about that, I'd love to hear from you all wherever you are in the world. Please include your comments or inquiries in the description box below. And any future videos you would want to see on this, let me know. Like I mentioned, I can talk about olive oil at great length just because I've studied it for years and I've studied it with experts. But if you have a quick question on that, I'm happy to answer there too. Just make sure you know what you're buying, where you're buying it from, because beauty, after all, always starts from the inside out. Be well, everybody, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Bisu bisu.